Good morning. I was muted. Okay, so we're live on TikTok, we're live on IG, and we are also live on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Shamika Cotton, and what you are tuned into right now is the Saturday morning tap in. So, whatever you're doing, let's go ahead and get your coffee or your water or your tea. Remember, go ahead and grab your journal, right? Because we're going to do some journaling today, right? So whatever you got, go ahead and get it. This show is for you if you've been feeling like something is ready to move in your life, but you don't want to force it. Today's show is for you if you've been holding dreams, ideas, and desires quietly, and you're curious about how to engage them in a grounded and practical way. Good morning, Auntie, over on TikTok. Good morning, Jamil. So glad to see you all tapping in on today's Saturday morning tap in. This show is for you if you want to know more about what we're doing in 2026. We want more. We're still listening for clarity on what that more actually looks like, right? That's what we're doing today. So go ahead, get ready. It is time to tap in. So let's go ahead and let's go.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who's tapping in today? Who's tapping in? Okay, we got Tavion tapping in today over on IG. Welcome, Tavion. So glad to see you here. Who's tapping in over on Facebook? Who's tapping in? We got Bum Love You tapping in over on YouTube. We're tapping in everywhere today, y'all. I have got a very good show for y'all today. Very intentional show today. Okay. Yes. Rich Boy Tavion, or Rich Boy 55603, who is Tavion, says, I'm back. I'm so glad that you're back. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday for Nikki Mayo in the building over on TikTok. It's almost that time. It's almost that time, Soror fans. It's almost that time. Countdown. 3 days. We're going to paint your timelines red. Y'all know what we're talking about. Good morning. Good morning. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned. January 13th. You'll see what we're talking about on these timelines. Me and my sorors of DST. Yes, baby. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in. Yes. I'm so glad to see you all tapping in today. Good morning, Donald, over on TikTok. You know what, y'all? This morning, I literally, TikTok, don't hold it against me, but I almost forgot that I go live on TikTok now on Saturday morning tapping. Good morning, Greece is in the building. My fellow series regular sisters in the building. So good to see you here this morning tapping in. But yes, y'all, I was like, should we forget?
Don't never stop if you
Get your phone set up because we're live on TikTok. Hey, good morning, Miss Magdalene. 077. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. We are tapping in. It's 2026. It is. This is the what? Third? Is this the second or third? This is the second Saturday of the year. Yes, the second Saturday of the year. Right. This is episode 2 and what I'm calling season 3. Okay. This is season 3 of Saturday morning tap in. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Author Love and P. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. All right, so let's just go ahead and get today's show started. Okay, how are we doing? How we feeling? How we doing? How we feeling out there? How are we doing? So one thing that we do every Saturday morning is we come together to have some uplifting stories, uplifting conversations, expansive conversations. We set some intentions, and then we do a little bit of journaling. So first things first, I want to go ahead, put in the chat, what intention do you want to set for today? When you think about the week that you had, when you think about the day you have coming up today, right? When you think about what you have coming up this week, right? What intention do you want to set today, Mick Nichols? What's your intention? Put it in the chat. We got Rich Boy. Rich Boy is folding, okay? Folding some laundry. Okay, laundry. Yes, we're doing that on Saturday. catching up, getting ready for the week. I love that, love that, love that. I know for me, my intention for today is going to be focus and flow. That's two things I want to set for today. What intention do you want to set? Go ahead, put it in the chat. All right. So I have focus and flow for me. All right. And as we go, feel free to add your intention in the chat anytime, right? And a little bit later today, we are going to have a powerful intention setting session. Good morning, Aspire Higher. I'm so glad to see you here. Welcome. Happy New Year, sis. What intention would you like to set for today? Thinking about today, thinking about the week ahead, thinking about the week you had. What do you want more of? What do you want more of? Set that intention, right? So Bree said, stand for human rights. Absolutely, writing that down. Stand for human rights. All right, that's an intention. What intention do you want to set? Don't forget to put it in the chat today, right? And so thank you for those who are putting those intentions in the chat. Rich Boy says to write down my rhymes. So Rich Boy's going to be doing some more writing. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Guess what? Put it in the chat because we're gonna set it and activate it. All right. And now I would like for you to also put in the chat. Y'all know this is a very active show. Okay. You can watch the show or you can participate. You can spectate or you can participate. All right. All right. So the next thing I need you to do is put in the chat a number between 1 and 10. 1 and 10. Right. What number are you putting in the chat for today? That number will be attached to a journaling prompt for later in the show. So whatever number you select, it will let me know what your journal prompt will be for today. We've been playing with something a little bit different in how we do the journaling prompts and selection for the show. And today we're going to do what we did last week and the week before. We're going to go ahead and give individual journal prompts based on the number you put in the chat. I see you, Linda, number 10. I see you, Bum Loves Me, number 7. I also see you, Linda, the intentional focus. All right, great. Intentional focus. Wonderful. Bum Loves Me. I see you. I see you, Sands. Growth. I love it. I love these intentions. Some more 2K3 is in the building. Between 1 and 10, my love, between 1 and 10, we have 10 journal prompts to pick from. So those are the numbers that we're picking for today. All right, so hold on to those numbers. If you put them in the chat, hold on to them. All right, some more 2K3 put in 4. Awesome, 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 awesome. I am going to pick for me number 5. I don't know what number 5 is, but that's going to be my number for today. Okay. I just randomly picked a number and that's the number. I'm not even going to overthink it. I can't wait to see what the journal prompt is because I will journal it. And then after I journal, I will always do what I do, which is I share whatever it is that I journal, because I want people to know, one, how powerful journaling is, how healing it is, how therapeutic it is. But also there is no right or wrong way to journal, right? When we come together on Saturday morning tap in, we just want to make sure that we make sure to keep our hands moving across the page or our fingers on those keyboards for 10 minutes and 10 seconds, right? I don't care if you start journaling to write, I don't know what else to write. You just keep writing that and you will be surprised at what comes up and through you and down onto the page. All right. So don't forget to put your number in the chat if you'd like to participate in the journaling prompt. That's just so that you can randomly have the journal prompt. But hey, guess what? If you want to wait and see what they are and then choose after you hear what they are, you can do that as well. This show is a free flowing in the moment kind of show. So today we are going to talk about intentions. We're getting back to the foundation of Saturday morning tap in, right? We're going to get back to that. But before we get back to that and talk about intentions, I want to let you guys know that I finally figured out what the theme is for 2026. And I kind of already said it, but what happened to me last year happened again this year. And what that was I heard what the theme was and I said, no, that's corny. That's cheesy. That's not the theme. It's got to be something better, right? Okay. This seems to be my pattern. I'm just like, no, that's not the mission, God. That can't be the mission. And God's like, yeah, that's pretty much the mission, Shamika. It's the mission. And so basically, remember, for those who were with us and for those who weren't, let me tell you what we did. Over the past 3 years, we have done this thing called 300 Things List. And it was an exercise that was first introduced to me by Steve Harvey. And it's not his exercise, it's something that he did, but I first heard of it from him, just giving him some credit, right? And so the exercise is you write down a list of 300 things you want to ask God for, or 300 things you want to bring into your life. And the challenge is, one, coming up with 300 things, right? And then the idea is you look back at your list after a year and you'll realize how many things that you check off. Well, in 2024, the theme was going into 2024, it was ask for more in 2024, because we first started doing this in 2023. All right. I can't believe it, right? First of all, what can I not believe is the fact that, okay, first of all, that I've been doing something consistently for years. If you know, Sands, family, my family, y'all know. So it's a pretty big deal. But in 2023, we went into 2024 asking for more. Thank you so much for the hearts over on TikTok. I feel you. And while we're at it, y'all, go ahead, put some hearts over on YouTube, on Instagram. Tap your screen, give me some hearts, give us some love. Let us know that you're tapping in by tapping on that screen. Yanada says, Michelle Obama, thank you very much. It's always a high compliment whenever somebody tells me that. I love me some First Lady Michelle Obama. Forever my first lady. Okay. But thank you so much. So we went into 2024 asking for more. Now, at the end of 2024, I looked back at my list and I realized that if I would have checked in with my list more throughout the year, I would have accomplished more, right? Because some things on my list were completely in my control. Now, okay, mind you, granted, Steve Harvey did say, I think he said, look at your list every day. But then he also said, when you look at it at the end of the year, you'll be surprised. So I was wondering, how can I be surprised if I'm looking at my list every day? I was confused. I didn't get it. But then it clicked. This practice is also based on a spiritual truth that says when you write down what you want, it manifests. And you hear about it in the book of Habakkuk, where it says, write down the vision, make it plain, so that they who read it, they may run with it, right? And so it's just like, oh, duh, I'm supposed to read the list so that I can run with it, so that I can do those things, right? And so I said, okay, we're going to do the 300 things list again going into 2025. And so what I said was, what we're doing this year, we are going to keep the dream alive in 2025. And I was like, Lord, that cannot be the thing. That can't be it. And God was like, but that is it. That's what you're doing in 2025. And I was like, okay, fine. So what we did was each month we did an activity where we engaged with our 300 things list. Yes, some more 2K3. Yes. And so we engaged with our list at least once a month, right? To keep the dream alive. And so I said, okay, what am I doing for 2026? Right? So as we went into 2026, the last 7 days of 2025, we did the 2026 abundance activations. We came together every day for 7 days. We broke it down and we added 43 items to our list every day until we got to 300. Well, I finally figured out and settled on and said, okay, I'm going to be obedient. This is what the theme is for 2026. Drum roll, please. Abundance in the mix in 2026. Wah, wah, wah. I know some of y'all was like, Shamika, but you already said that. I know I said it, but I wasn't clear on it. I didn't completely understand it, right? I didn't understand the assignment when it happened, but now I understand it because we've got abundance in the mix for 2026. So what we are going to do at least once a month is stir it up. We're going to stir it up. Y'all see what I did there, right? Some more 2K3 says, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. See, some more to Stephen. I think you understood it. You got it before it landed on me. And sometimes, y'all, I can be a little slow. I know I seem real brilliant, and I am brilliant. But sometimes it takes a moment for things to make sense for me. Some more 2K3 says he knew it. Plus, he is working with the abundance list, the abundance book for the 300 things list. And while I'm at it, some more 2K3, Stephen is doing some wonderful work over in our Saturday morning tap in Facebook group, sharing exercises that you can do to stay tapped into abundance, to stay tapped into positivity, right? So if you haven't already, go on over to Facebook, join our it's a free Facebook group, and we promise we will not spam you, okay? Join it and just tap in with us throughout the week. All right, feel free to do that. And some more 2K3. Stephen, I appreciate all that you do. Okay, Bum Loves Me says, I created a vision board last night that incorporates items from my 300 things list. Now I can see my things every morning. Yo, I love that. Having a vision board that represents your 300 things list, okay? If you're looking for a way to further engage with your 300 things list, take a note from Bum Loves Me. Get to your vision board, okay? Write the vision and then make the vision. I love that. I love that, Sans Toyette. That is amazing. Yep. Keeping abundance in the mix in 2026. Let's stir it up. Right? And that theme for this year, hold on 1 second. Destiny, I miss you. I see one of my T3IP interns in the chat. I miss you something awful. I miss all of y'all. I can't wait for the next cycle of interns to get started. But I just had to have a moment, y'all. Destiny popped into the tap in over on Instagram. I missed you, and I know you're doing great. And good luck on your new internship. They are so blessed to have you. Some more 2K3 says, I have a list of things in the tap in group to help with engagement with the 300 things list. Yes. Get to that Saturday morning tap in Facebook group. Some more 2K3 is keeping the dreams alive. Okay. All right. In that Facebook group. So get on over there. Now, when I thought about the second part of the abundance in the mix in 2026, let's stir it up. This scripture came to me, or that says in a nutshell that you have to stir up the gift, right? Now, this idea, it's not just a biblical idea. Every wisdom tradition teaches some version of this truth. What goes unstirred, what can go dormant? So this year, it's not about asking harder. It's not about forcing outcomes over on TikTok. Mimi Spree, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in, right? Jonathan, it is about movement. So for each month on Saturday morning tap in, we are going to do a simple exercise, what we are going to call stirring it up. And that is designed to intentionally activate something within us, okay? We're not hustling. We're not striving. We are awakening. How y'all feel about that? Let me know how y'all feel about that in the chat. Yes, Super Shiro, stir up the gift. We will be stirring it up all year, okay? Stirring it up all year. Yes, and yes. Allow God to activate in your life. That's right, Super Shiro. That's right. So stay tuned. Come back next week where we will have our very first stirring of the gift. Stirring that mix up. Stirring up the gift. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm in the flow, okay? You never know. We might have a theme song this year. I don't know. We might have a theme song this season. The way abundance is working in my life this year. Perfectly imperfect. Ew. Just entered the building over on Instagram. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Oh, yes. Bum Loves Me says we have that Bob Marley song for that. You know what? I'm going to spend some time with that song. Stir it up. Yo. See, this is what I love about Saturday morning tap in. I come in, I turn on the lights. I'm the host, but y'all really show up as my co-host and help me run this show. Okay? Y'all help make this show what it is. Y'all help make the Saturday morning tap in the movement that it is. And I want y'all to know that Saturday morning tap in, it is a global movement. It happens, y'all. It's not just here in America. People are tapping in from all over the world. Who knew? Who knew that this is what God had planned when God said, I want you to do this Saturday morning tap in? And I was like, what? What? I'm doing that? Yes, that's what we're doing. So one thing that was clear for me about Saturday morning tap ins was intentions, being intentional, right? I always say a little bit of intentionality goes a long way. Like that is the tagline for Saturday morning tap in, right? And so we hear the word intention because it gets used a lot. But if you're new to this, it can seem a little vague. Is there anyone in the chat that is new to what does intentions mean? I've been hearing about intentions, but I'm not really sure what it is. You are welcome here. You don't have to know what this means. That's what we're here for. We're here to let you know, because there are some people who are just tuning into Saturday morning tap in for the first time. There is someone who's watching this Saturday morning tap in, whether it's live or recording, for the first time. And I want you to know that you drew this show to you, right? Something about what you are desiring. You wanted to figure out a way to actually achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. And then this show, this experience was brought into your life. In a way, you can say somehow you unintentionally drew a show about intentions to help you intentionally create the life that you desire. So for those who are new here, an intention, it's not just the goal, right? It's not something that you have to accomplish today. And an intention is not necessarily a to-do list, right? An intention, simply put, is about how are you choosing to show up? All right? Somebody put that in the chat. Intention is about choosing how you want to show up. How do you want to show up today? How do you want to show up this week? How do you want to show up in your relationships? How do you want to show up with your family? How do you want to show up with strangers on the street, right? You might not know exactly what you want to happen next, but you usually know how you want to feel, or you know how you want to move through your day, right? Maybe you might say, I want to feel calmer, right? Or as I said, and as Super Shiro said, I want to be more focused. Maybe you want to be more open. Maybe you want to be more patient. Maybe you want to be intentional about standing for human rights like Breeze, right? Maybe your intention is to write your rhymes like Tavion. You want to set that intention, right? That is an intention. How do you want to show up? What do you want to make space and time for, right? That's what an intention is. An intention is all about being specific with what you want to experience in your life, so to speak. And intentions work because they give your mind something clear to return to as you go throughout your day. When things get busy or things are overwhelming, an intention helps you to ask a simple question like, does this choice move me closer to how I said I wanted to show up? or further away, right? So Tavion, as you're going throughout your day today, when we set our intentions, right? And you're setting your intention to write more rhymes. When you are scrolling on the social media platforms for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, you are brought back to your intention that you set. My intention was to spend more time writing my rhymes. Have I made time to write? Have I picked up my notebook and my pen, right? And started to write, right? So our intentions give us that question to check in with how we are showing up in our day. So when we talk about energy, right? We're really just talking about our attention and direction, right? Because what we pay attention on, where our attention goes, the saying goes, our power flows, right? What you consistently pay attention to, you start making room for. And there's something really magical or miraculous or mystical that starts to happen when you set intentions. When you set intentions, when you have taken even just a small moment to set an intention, not just once, but day by day, but even moment by moment, you'd be surprised at how life starts to respond to your intentions, right? And it's not about controlling everything, because really you're not controlling, you're cooperating. You'll start to notice that you have different options. You'll start to notice that you respond differently in conversations. You'll start to notice that you are making small choices that you may have skipped before. And those small choices start to add up. And that is how we start to co create the life that we want to live, right? Not by forcing the outcomes, but by intentionally choosing how we are showing up moment by moment, day by day, right? So we choose to be intentional in our thoughts, in our reactions, intentional in our habits, and intentional about what we focus on, where we put our intentions, right? So it's about getting in alignment with the life that we're building. So when intention meets awareness, catch this. When intention meets awareness, our awareness meets action. And that is when things start lining up in ways that you could not have planned, right? So this isn't about fairy tales, right? This is about the law of being intention. That's what happens when you start paying attention. So, paying attention to your intention. So, I would like for us to take this moment to go ahead and activate the intentions that were set earlier today. And we're going to do something that I learned, speaking of super shero Linda, who put being intentional becomes a spiritual practice. We're going to do something that I learned in my prayer chaplain training. Super shero, this is going to sound very familiar. One of the things that we learned in being a prayer chaplain, and this is kind of where I got the idea about setting intentions as a part of the show. Okay. This whole thing started from me being a prayer chaplain. I'm going to be real honest, right? And I could write a book on that. Maybe I will, right? How I reluctantly became a prayer chaplain, right? What does that mean? Reluctantly became a prayer. At first, I wanted to just pray for me. I was like, I want to learn how to pray so I can pray for myself. And Spirit says, I want you to pray because I know you love to pray. You are a powerful prayer warrior, but I want you to pray and hold space with others. And I said, what? That's too much of a commitment. What? How am I supposed to do that, right? Have we met God? Have we met Spirit? But God says, have you met your highest and best self? And I'm so glad that I said yes to becoming a prayer chaplain, because that was one of the first ways that I started to be able to show up more consistently in my life, showing up more consistently in even my prayer life, right? Yes, Bum Loves Me says showing up for Tap In Weekly is part of my intention. And all of this came from me deciding to be a prayer chaplain. So, one of the exercises that we did in prayer, that we do in prayer chaplain training, just to show how powerful it is to hold space with someone, is we simply took a word. We asked our partner, what is a word that you want me to hold spiritual space with you? Right? And so we gave our partner just one word. And then we set the timer, and we didn't ask for any explanation about what that word meant for them, what it was connected to, right? We said, we are going to hold space with that one word for you. And we found that that was so powerful that the person on the other end of the person that gave the word, that they reported feeling a sense of openness, feeling something shifting inside of them. And not only that, the person that is holding the word with them felt a shift inside of them. And so today, we are going to take these intentions and we're going to take time to hold these intentions with each other, right? With each other. And so right now, the intentions that are in the chat, and don't worry if you didn't put an intention in the chat, because as I said, holding the intention, holding the word with a person, with a group, it does something for you as well. All right. And so we've got some intentions here. You know what intention you set in the chat, right? You know the intention you set in the chat. So when we get to that word, just know that we are holding that word or that phrase with you. And I'm going to guide us all through this powerful intention setting activation, right? So let's start by getting grounded wherever you are. Let's sit with our feet comfortably on the floor, or maybe you're laying down in the bed listening to Tap In. Maybe you're walking. Just get grounded. Maybe you are sitting with your legs crossed, right? But whatever you're doing, allow whatever is underneath you to support you. Allow yourself to relax. And you can take one hand and put it over your heart. And let's just take a moment to breathe collectively, inhaling and exhaling. Allowing ourselves to feel our heartbeat, or just to feel our hand resting on our heart center on our body, resting on that space. We are just simply breathing and relaxing. Right? Let's take a nice cleansing inhale as we inhale openness and receptivity. Hold it. And we let it go. Exhaling pressure. Let's take another cleansing inhale, breathing in openness. Hold it. And exhaling. And on this exhale, we are allowing any tension in the body to flow on the exhale. Checking in to see if we have any tension in our feet, in our brows, in our shoulders. Drop those shoulders. Release the tension in the jaw. Release the buttocks. If you're clenching, relax. If you're holding your gut, relax. But also remaining erect, sitting straight up and powerful. allowing the flow from head to toe. Yes, and yes. And it is in this place of relaxation and receptivity. It is in this awareness that we have the power within us to set our intention for our day and for our life. And so we take this moment to set the intention for intentional focus. Let's just take some nice breaths for intentional focus. I know I thought of this one. Super Shiro thought of this one. Focus. So whether you're holding the space and sending that energy toward me and Super Shiro, or maybe you're sending that energy, that intention just to the center of the group for anyone who needs it to draw from this space. Focus. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to receive and to be open to intentional focus? And from this space, we set the intention for flow. What does that mean for you? When we say the word flow, what does it feel like? What does it look like? We set the intention and hold the space with Breeze and all others for standing for human rights. We inhale and exhale. What does that feel like? What does it sound like? What does it look like? We see you standing for human rights. We set the intention for Tavion to write his rhymes. The single word is right. And we are breathing. We hold this space with Tavion and all others. To write. What does it feel like? Where in your body do you feel any resistance? Breathe into it and release. We set the intention with Toyette for growth. We hold this space with Toyette and all others who are tapping in for growth. What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it look like? Growth. And together, let's take a nice collective inhale for ease and allowing of these intentions. We inhale. And exhale for allowance. Let's take another cleansing inhale for trust. And an exhale for receive. We release and we let it be. And so it is. All right, all right. I see you all over there tapping in on TikTok. Yes, receive these intentions. So powerful, so powerful. Thank you all for holding that space with us for a powerful intention setting. Whether you're tapping in live or tapping into the recording, I'm excited for what's ahead for you today. I'm excited for what's ahead for you today. Welcome, welcome. Who this is? Dayden. Okay. All right. Welcome. So glad to see you. So glad to see you. All right. So let's go ahead and pick up our journals. Y'all know what we do here every Saturday morning. We take time to journal. Now, remember, we chose a number between 1 and 10 that corresponds with the journal prompts that we have selected. If you haven't already, and you want this journal prompt to be random for you, you still have some time to put a number in the chat before I announce what they are. Feel free to put that number in the chat. And here we go. All right. So here are today's journal prompts. If you chose number 1, the journal prompt for today is, what kind of abundance am I open to engaging this year? What kind of abundance am I open to engaging this year? I see you perfectly imperfect. Number 6 for you. When we get there, you'll know what to do. I love it. If you chose number 6, if you chose number 2, we're on number 2. If you chose number 2, your journal prompt is, where in my life has energy gone still? Where in my life has energy gone still? And it looks like, okay, great. I feel like my stream kind of went down a little bit, but I think I'm back. Number 2, where in my life has energy gone still? All right, that's your journal prompt. If you chose the number 3, if you chose the number 3, then your journal prompt is, what feels ready to be stirred, even gently? That's journal prompt number 3. What feels ready to be stirred, even gently? Number 4, if you chose number 4, your journal prompt is, What intention feels most alive for me right now? If you chose number 4, that is your journal prompt. Okay. What intention feels most alive for me right now? Number 5, and this is one that I chose. So, what am I going to be journaling? Let's see. Okay, what is it? Number 5. Ooh, where have I been waiting instead of participating? No, it did not come for me. I feel like this journal prompt came for me. Okay, universe. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Okay, I can't wait to journal on that one. Number 5, where have I been waiting instead of participating? Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. If you chose the number 6, perfectly imperfect, this one is for you. What does activation look like for you, perfectly imperfect? Right? Not effort, but movement. What does activation look like for you? Not effort, but movement. That's going to be your journal prompt, perfectly imperfect. If you chose number 7, your journal prompt is this: what part of me wants to come back online? That's going to be powerful. That's going to be powerful because sometimes as we're journaling and we simply ask a question, we don't know what may come through what we write down on our page. And there could be a part of you that's been waiting for you just to ask that question. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. I think that was Toyette. Did you choose number 7, Toyette? Number 8. If you chose number 8, your journal prompt is: where am I willing to try something new? Number 8. If you chose number 8, the universe wants you to journal. Where are you willing to try something new? Renee, good morning. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Your journal prompt, since you chose number 9, is: what does openness feel like in your body? Number 9, what does openness feel like in my body? That is what number 9 is. Lorraine, you got number 8. I don't know if you heard it, but number 8 for you, just going back. Where am I willing to try something new, sis? Where are you willing to try something new? All right. Number 10, Super Shiro. This is for you. If you chose number 10 as your number, your journal prompt is this: what am I making space for in 2026? These journal prompts are amazing. These journal prompts are amazing. If there's anyone who is just joining us and you missed your number, put it in the chat so I can read to you what your journal prompt is. I don't want you to miss this opportunity to awaken something new. I mean, I know I said we're stirring up something next week for our official stir of 2026, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, these journal prompts be stirring, okay? These journal prompts be stirring. Yes, I said what I said in that grammatical way, okay? These journal prompts be stirring. Don't miss this moment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the timer set for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Remember, if you need to know what the journal prompt was for your number, put it in the chat and I will repeat that for you. Renee, I got you, my love. Number 9 is: what does openness feel like in my body? That's for you, Renee. What does openness feel like in my body? Hello to y'all on TikTok. Let me know if you want to know what your journal prompt is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get the timer started. I got mine. Mine is number 5. I am journaling. Where have I been waiting instead of participating? Okay, you really came for me. You came for me. All right. And I got a fresh new journal for Saturday morning tap in 2026 abundance activations. We are journaling. The timer has begun. 10 minutes and 10 seconds. We are journaling. Let's get into it. There we go. We are journaling. Let's get into it. Welcome to those who are just joining us. We are journaling. We are stirring it up. And I'm going to put number 5 on the screen since that's the one I'm doing. So if you're just joining us, feel free to journal. Number 5 with me. Al. If you're just joining us, we are journaling. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. 7 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Welcome, Lynette. We are journaling today. We've got a journal prompt up on the screen if you'd like to join us or maybe just ponder it for your day. My question for you is this. Where have you been waiting instead of participating? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome to those who are just joining us. Welcome LG7 over on TikTok. We are journaling 5 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Still time to journal. Where have you been waiting instead of participating? Welcome. We are journaling. Steven said prompts are so good. I had to do 2, 4, 5. I love it. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and just put number 2 up on the screen in case anyone's wondering what number 2 is. Number 2 is, where in my life has energy gone still? If you're just joining us, maybe you want to join Steven on journaling that one. We've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. You never know what might come up. It's just that little bit of journaling. You never know. Welcome. Those who are just joining us. One minute, 6 seconds to go. Good morning, Red Delish. We are journaling. Where in your life has the energy gone still? We've only got 48 seconds left to journal, but you can always ponder the question and see what comes up. "30 seconds to go." And we're there. We did it. We had another amazing Saturday morning tap-in where we came together to be intentional. We came together to do that inner work. We came together to stir it up. Yo, let me tell y'all, when I get the message and it finally lands, it lands, right? Okay. No matter what I had to go through in order for it to land, despite my resistance, it landed. And I'm so grateful for it. Okay, I got to finish one word. All right. How was today's Saturday morning tap-in for y'all? How was today's journal prompt for you all? Feel free, put in the chat if you had an aha moment today. We talked a lot about what intentions are. I really wanted to take us back to just the beginning, what the Saturday morning tap-in is really about, right? And it's about being intentional. It's about holding space. And so I'm grateful for the show that we had today that really allowed us to tap into our roots, the roots of what Saturday morning tap-in is all about. But if you had an aha moment, feel free to put it into the chat. Also, if you want to share anything that you wrote from your journal, you can. You don't have to. Remember, your journal is your business, right? But I do commit every Saturday to sharing what I wrote in my journal. That's my commitment to the show, because I want people to know that there's no right or wrong way to journal, right? You can write anything because that's your business. All right, some more. 2K3 says powerful today, abundance activation. And we are not only activating abundance, but we're going to stir it up. We're going to stir up that abundance and keep it going for 2026. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing, Stephen. That's what we're doing. Bum Loves Me wrote, being brutally honest with me, I haven't been consistent with who I said I want to be. I need to do every little itty bitty thing that leads to me being back online. This is my lifetime to act like it. I love it. This is my lifetime. My life. I got it. Sorry. I said lifetime. You know, you could read it multiple ways. Okay. This is my life. Time to act like it. I love that for you, Sands. I love that for you. And we definitely held that space of growth with you today and the intention. So I'm excited. And I already know that all the steps that bring you into that perfect divine alignment with who you are truly called to be, your highest self, your best self, that deserves all the good that the world has to offer, all the good that God has for you. I know that it's going to come to you easily, effortlessly, with joy and with grace. So I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for tapping in, as always. Rich Boy Tavion says, thank you, Miss Cotton, for having me. I really appreciate you. Love to you too, Tavion. So glad that you tapped in. Really excited for activating that writing intention for you. All right. Write them rhymes. We need it. We need it. Somebody's waiting for you to write the rhymes. All right. And so, as I promised, I will share what I wrote today. My prompt was number 5. Where have I been waiting instead of participating? Or where have I been procrastinating? Both. Ouch. Especially since the theme or message or creed of my internship program is don't wait, create. I like to think that I don't wait. I like to think that I don't wait, but there are moments where I either procrastinate or wait for an ideal moment to do something. Like, for example, all of this amazing content that I'm sitting on that I haven't put out on my platforms, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect setup. And all the while, missing moments where I could be sharing, participating in the content creation show, adding my voice, adding my art. So I am grateful for this prompt. Today, I release perfection. I release procrastination. I embrace participation. I decide to post one new piece to break the cycle, to break through, to begin anew. Don't wait, participate. Don't procrastinate, create. Yo, that's what I wrote. That's my journal, y'all. That's what I wrote. That's what That's what I felt led to write. And we have some more. Yes, I'm releasing it, Sans. I'm releasing it, releasing it, releasing it. Renee wrote, what did you write, Renee? Renee wrote this. My aha is that I haven't had openness inside my body in so long. Openness is a feeling of weightlessness, carrying no weight. And I have not done that in a long time. It may contribute to my physical weight issues. Woo! I'm letting it go this year. All of it. Come on now. Yes, look, for real, for real. These journal prompts, somehow asking us the question that's been waiting for us to ask, that our minds, even our bodies, have been waiting for us to ask and to answer. Right? So thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, 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 yes. These journal prompts, right? Stirring it up. These journal prompts, breaking the cycle. Yes. Love to Renee happening in the chat. I love this community. I'm so grateful for each and every person, whether you're tapping in live or whether you're watching a replay, right? Today was about naming the theme for 2026, right? We got abundance in the mix in 2026, so we're going to stir it up. But then also setting the tone, right? Getting back to being intentional. And next week, we will begin to stir, right? So we're going to randomly choose a number from our 300 things list and then intentionally engage with whatever comes up. So if you haven't done your 300 things list, go ahead, just start. Even if you only write down 5 things, 10 things, 20 things, 30 things, 100 things, 200, 300, whatever you got up to, you want to come back next week. And we are going to do some stirring. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So you don't need to prepare. Just bring your presence because abundance is already in the mix. All right, you guys. So this has been an amazing Saturday morning tap in. Remember, just a little bit of intentionality goes a long way. Now go out there and expect the good. Why? Because you deserve it. All right, that has been today's Saturday morning tap in. I will see you all next Saturday. Bye for now.